Hi guys, this is a new week. Let's see what we have in the market for the week. So I'm going to be checking the analysis for GDP, Euro GDP today. Let's see what Euro GDP is going to give us for this week. We have this massive inverse head and shoulder pattern if you come to the monthly time frame. Look at the shoulder level, look at the head, look at another shoulder. But this shoulder gave a range for completely since for so long. The range has been there for so long, for several years, and we now have one, two, three, four bottom around this area. So at this point, the market pushed significantly upwards, and I was expecting for the market to retest around this region because if there is something that I've observed in the market is this. When a trend push up significantly like this above the shoulder level, it normally comes back down to test just the neckline region. When you have a significant break above, it normally comes back down to test the shoulder level. But the market has refused to respect the shoulder level, and it looks like the market wants to continue going downwards. Why? Maybe to come and test this shoulder, the original shoulder region, which is quite possible as well. So what I'm looking at is this. Presently, the market push up significantly. I was thinking that's 2 months ago, 3 months ago. This was 1, 2, 3 months ago. The market push up significantly. I was expecting the market is going to continue upward, but it failed and it gave a bearish candle, almost bearish engulfing candle that rejected backwards. So presently, the candle is still looking bearish as of the moment on the monthly time frame, which I'm going to be holding on to because this has already created a double top around this region. Because if you see this push, there was a rejection that came to solidify this level as a double top region around this area. So when we go back to our weekly time frame, you're going to see it very clearly because this is what I can see from the monthly time frame. This is a double top around this region from the monthly time frame. So, and this is also a significant level. This is a major zone. You know that originally the market moved from zone to zone. Actually, when it breaks a zone, it's going to retest the zone and continuation to the upside. When it breaks the zone, it's going to come back here, retest, and come back and test the zone, come back and test the zone. So presently, the market is currently testing a very important zone, which is not an area to trade per se. It's not a good area to trade because it's a major zone, it's a major resistance level. So, and I could also see the nature of the previous correction. Look at the way the market push up. Correction. This is demand level around this area that pushed the market significantly upwards. Then we have a correction back downwards. Then we have a push up that formed a double top. But presently, the market is a little bit tricky on Euro GDP. Why do I say it's a little bit tricky? Because here I could see a head, here I could see a shoulder and a shoulder as well. And I could also make this to be a triple bottom as well. So the market is presently 50-50. Why do I say that the market is 50-50? Because this could be a head and shoulder pattern to go downwards. And also, this could also be a triple bottom to go upwards. But I will kind of favor the downside to the tune of 60% over the upside because the monthly candles are still looking bullish, bearish, and it's kind of giving me a double top vibes plus this inverse head and shoulder pattern around this region. But what I'm going to do is this. I'm not going to take a trade yet. I'm going to be waiting for the break of this counter trend line and this major zone. Once I see a significant break of this major zone and a retest, then I'm going to be placing a trade for a sell. I just want a break of the counter trend line. Then when I come back to my daily time frame, what am I going to be looking at on my daily time frame? I will just be waiting presently I will just be waiting because there has been a significant correction around this area, and this is kind of a counter trend line. So I'm looking for a significant break below and a retest for a continuation to sell. A break below, a retest for a continuation to the sell. However, if I see a push above, I'm not going to be interested in taking the trade. Why do I say I'm not going to be interested in taking the trade? Because I need this market to come and clear this trend line. It has to clear this trend line before I'm going to be looking for a bullish bias on this trade. I need a significant break above of this level because this level has corrected severally, and I don't want to be gambling with my money. The number one thing that I preserve when I'm trading is capital preservation. So I want a significant break of this level, then continuation to the downside. However, if we see a push to the upside, I'm going to be analyzing the market next week. Or I need a significant break before I'm going to even look at Euro GDP for a buy. Then the next pair that I'm going to be checking is BTC. BTC, on the other hand, let's check what the monthly candles are doing. BTC is looking, overall, BTC is kind of still looking bullish, but there's a trading opportunity that we can take advantage of. Why do I say overall is kind of still looking bullish? Because, um, if you see there is a consolidation, then a push, a consolidation, a double top consolidation that pushed the market downwards. So this is actually Fibonacci. If you push, there's a demand level that pushed the market up. Then we have a correction around this area. Then we have a push towards the upside, then we have a drop towards the downside. So the price is currently testing this demand area around this region as of the moment. This is also a structural region, which is also very important. There is a test of the demand level and the structural region. So I'm looking for a proper base around this area before I'm going to be looking for a significant buy. However, on the weekly time frame is kind of saying something different from the monthly time frame. So this is what the weekly time frame is saying. This is a drop, this is a correction, this is a drop, this is looking like a correction for further drop. So maybe the market wants to come and test this region for a continuation to the downside. I don't know as of the moment, but the market is still looking bullish to me as of the moment, but I could see a kind of a similar correction like this forming here. This is just almost the same as this, but I think the market is still going to drop because the market don't reverse like this. That's one thing I used to say when I'm trading. If the market wants to reverse, at least it's supposed to come and give us a double bottom here. But the market is just looking exactly like this, like it wants to push up the continuation to the downside. So I'm still expecting at least a double bottom for a confirmation for the market to tell me that it wants to really reverse. But for now, we're going to be taking advantages of the little bullish momentum that I see onto this area. Then from this area, then I'm going to stay away from the market until I see further confirmation. So this is what I'm going to do. So I could see a clear market towards the upside that could take advantage of, because this is kind of looking consolidative. It's looking like a counter trend line drop around this area. So actually, this is the first trade that we took that we're supposed to take. Then the second trade. Then I'm looking forward for the market to come and test this place for the third consolidation as well. So this is like a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then I'm looking forward for the market to come and test this region around this area. To be nice to see if the market come and test this area. From this area, then I'm going to be staying away from the market. There's nothing I'm going to be doing in the market when it has already tested this area. So it's just the small consolidation that I want to take advantage of. That's on a normal day, I will not take advantage of this consolidation because the market is still looking bearish. However, on the 4-hour time frame, it's still looking good to me because we can easily take a trade of 3 to 1 or 4 to 1 from this place to this place. This is a lower time frame trading opportunity, like maybe day trading opportunity that we can take advantage of. So this is what I'm looking at on BTC. You see the way that the formation of this market was made around this area. This formed a base around this area, then a push towards the upside. Then this also formed base. It's looking like a head, left shoulder, and right shoulder. But in this case, that is not the case because at the neckline, if there is no break below of the neckline, then that is now looking like a base to me. So this is also looking like a head, left shoulder, and a right shoulder, but a base was formed around this area. That's why the market push up. So I'm looking forward for a base to form around this area, like a significant base like this, just like this for a continuation to the upside. So if I see a significant base form around this area, just like this and just like this, then I'm going to be placing a trade for a buy. Once I buy the trade already around that region, then I'm going to be taking my profit around. I'm going to be taking my profit around this area. It's just a short trade. It's just a day trade only, just a short trade. I'm going to be taking my profit around this area. So this is going to be around 3 to 1, 4 to 1 trade. This trade, if it's going to get to this area, is going to be probably 5 to 1 trade. So maybe low risks in this trade because overall the market is looking bearish. It's not looking bullish. However, this is what I'm going to be considering when taking this trade. When we come to this shoulder level, if you look at it very closely, when we come to this level, I want a significant candle break above, a significant break above of this shoulder level. This is what I want. I don't want a consolidation around this area because the market can easily consolidate around this area and drop towards the downside because overall, the market is still bearish. Overall, the market is still bearish, but I just want a significant break. If you see around this area, when the market was approaching this shoulder level, there's a significant break above. There's a significant push above. If you see towards this area, there's a significant push towards the upside. So this is what I'm also looking at around this area. I want a significant push towards the upside. We're going to almost take the trade as of the moment, maybe earlier on Monday, we're going to take the trade. I want a significant push above towards this area. But if it comes to this area and the market is kind of looking consolidative, I'm not going to be interested in taking the trade. Or if I'm already in the trade, I'm going to be going out when I see several consolidation around this area. So that's my thought on BTC. This is how I'm going to be placing my trade. So the next pair that I'm going to be looking at is Euro USD. Euro USD, on the other hand, this is what I'm looking at on Euro USD. We'll come to the monthly time frame on Euro USD. Euro USD is looking nice to me as of the moment. We'll come to the monthly time frame on Euro USD. What is the candle doing on the monthly time frame on Euro USD? I could see a series of consolidation around this area. This is a triple bottom that pushed the market towards the upside. Then we have a series of consolidation. I thought this market is going to come out from a base, but it's actually formed a double bottom on the monthly time frame because chart pattern on the monthly time frame always play out most of the time, 90% of the time. Even the candlestick on the monthly time frame normally plays out most of the time. So we have a significant push towards the upside. This is the kind of a double top that I like, double top with extra top around this area. This one is my A kind of setup. Then you push towards the downside, and we have a series of consolidation around this area. I was thinking this is an inverse head and shoulder. This is looking like a head, left shoulder and right shoulder. I was thinking that the market will go up, but we had a drop. The market drop towards the downside. So I saw a significant push above. So initially, I was expecting the market to come back to test the neckline, just as I have explained previously. But the market did something else, came here to form a base because this is a major zone. A base can actually form at the major zone, and we are looking that the market is pushing towards the upside. So that's what I could see on on Euro USD as of the moment. So this is looking like a base. Once this monthly candle close bullish, then this is going to be a base to retest this area. So that's what I can see on the monthly time frame to come and give a triple top around this area. Then when we break above, then we're going to have a continuation to the upside. So that's my thought as of the moment on Euro USD. Euro USD is looking bullish to me as of the moment. Then we have on the weekly time frame, however, we have this level that the market is still struggling with as of the moment. We have a series of correction. We have a push. We have a correction. We have a series of retest of this area. You see, when you can tell from the nature at which the market react from a specific region that is a really strong area. We see the market rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, came up, break above, came back down, rejected, and the market will definitely reject around this area. So which is what we're seeing as of the moment. So it's not surprising to me if I see a rejection back for Euro USD downward, then for a continuation to the upside. So on the daily time frame, however, this is what I'm looking at on the daily time frame. The price is currently looking like a base, a proper base around this area. Look at this level. It's looking very solid as of the moment for a proper base. So I was thinking that the price maybe wants to come and test this region for a continuation to the upside. For me, the market is still looking bullish. The market is not bearish. The market is still looking bullish as of the moment. So I think that the market wants to come and test this area, which the market is presently testing as of the moment. Let's see what the market will do. Maybe today we're going to be placing a trade for a buy, I think. This is the level that I draw out that the market wants to come and test. I'm not sure it's necessary for the market to come and test this area again because on the 4 hour it has already tested that area. So that is why I'm no longer considering this level as of this week. But if we have a close below this area, then I'm going to be considering this level. But for now, I still think that the market is bullish because this is where I think that the market might most likely come and test. But if we close below this area this week, then I'm going to be saying that the market will come and test this region. But for now, I think the market has already tested where it needs to test. When we go to the 4 hour time frame, you see what I'm talking about on the 4 hour time frame. Look at the correction here, it's quite significant as well. The nature at which the market corrected is also what I'm looking at. Look at the way the market corrected here. Push up, correction, push up. This correction is looking similar like this correction as well. So that is why I'm expecting the market to still push towards the upside. So, but I'm going to be looking for confirmation for a directional bias. Once I see a base around this area, maybe I'm going to be looking at 1 hour time frame at this point because the market has actually pushed down significantly. I'm going to be looking at 1 hour at this point to see what the market is going to do. So this is where I place my buy order. So I'm going to be waiting for confirmation here on 1 hour. When I see a significant base around this area for a 1 hour time frame, I'm going to be placing my trade for a buy. I still think Euro USD is bullish. It's not yet bearish. That's my thought as of the moment. Let's see what the market is going to do on Euro USD. Then the next pair that I'm going to be looking at is GDP JPY. GDP JPY, on the other hand, this is what I'm looking at on GDP JPY. When I come to the monthly time frame, GDP JPY as well is still looking bullish to me. We have this trade double bottom that pushed the market upwards. Then we have a significant push towards the upside, which is quite quite amazing. Then we have this base, this triple base that formed. Then we have a push, a correction, a push, a correction, and this is looking like a continuation to the upside. Initially, I was thinking that this supply region is going to give the market a significant drop towards the downside, but I was wrong because you don't assume in the market, you just trade what you see. I think that's the best principle to trade the market. You don't assume, you don't think, you just trade what you can see at that very point. So I failed to take the trade. Failed to take the trade on. I failed to take the trade. I think I actually took a stop loss here because I failed to realize that this is actually the third touch of the trend line. Even if the market is looking bearish, like it wants to come back and test, because I was still expecting a retest of this region. I think this region for continuation to the upside, but the market gave a drop, a weekly drop. I think I took a stop loss around this drop, this area. So like the third touch of the trend line. So I think I did realize that it's the third touch of the trend line, but I neglected it. So the first touch, second touch, and this is the third touch of the trend line. For me, as of the moment, the market is still looking bullish. But although we are not going to ignore the fact that this is also a major resistance level around this area that dropped the market downward. So this can easily be a double top because the weekly candle, it actually broke above, but it did not close above. Close above is what we're looking at, not a break above. But the market pushed down as a weak rejection. But I'm still looking like the market is bullish as of the moment. So this is my thoughts on GDP, JPY. I'm looking for a correction to this area. I'm looking for the market to correct to this area. Give me a base formation, either on the trend line. That's what I'm looking at. It's quite simple. Give me a base formation, just like the way that I've marked out this level, a base formation, a base formation, a base formation, a base formation. Give me a base formation around this area or at this supply region, then I'm going to be taking the trade for a buy. It's still looking like a buy to me, but I feel the need that is necessary for it to test this region, the neckline region of this consolidation around this area for continuation to the upside. So I'm going to be watching my 4-hour time frame. My 4-hour time frame is what I'm going to be critically watching. I want a significant base around this area to kind of balance this move. The move is not yet balanced to me. When it comes here, form a significant base just like this around this area, then I know that the move is balanced. So that's my thought on GDP JPY as of this week. Then the next pair that I'm going to be checking is what oil is doing. Oil, on the other hand, is looking bearish to me, still looking bearish. When we come on the monthly time frame, however, this pair is looking like this is a triple bottom around this area. We have a demand region around this area that pushed the market upward, another demand region. Then I saw this consolidation around this area that pushed the market significantly upwards, which I took advantage of. Then the market came here, which is if it tests this level, there's several reaction around this area. Then the market push and drop below. So presently the price is currently testing the mid-range zone region. I kind of don't like this, although all this is due to war, a push, a drop. I think the market is going to consolidate significantly. This is not the way that the price works. I think this is due to the war, a push, a drop, and it's kind of it's not looking like a regular price action. If you see, look at the way that the price action normally move. But this is not looking like a regular price action. I think the market is going to consolidate for a while because of this push drop, push drop. So this is the way the price move. This is not the way the price move. So, but for now, what I could see, a kind of a sharp move, a kind of a sharp drop. There's going to be months of consolidation or weeks of consolidation. So we have this triple top around this area that dropped the market downwards. Then we have a consolidation that dropped the market downwards. So I'm looking for a kind of a consolidation around this area. I'm not going to be taking this trade. I took this trade for a sell, I think. I took this trade. This is what I was talking about in BTC. When you see a significant break like this, you see a significant base up like this, then you're going to be taking the trade for a buy, but you're going to be careful around the shoulder level, the shoulder region, because it can actually break down. When you see a correction around this shoulder level and a drop, then you should be going out of the trade. That's for BTC. But this, in this case, is just from a head, left shoulder, and a right shoulder, then continuation to the drop. So maybe this is going to continue to drop some more, probably. Maybe it's going to continue to drop some more. But if I see a base around this area, a significant base, then maybe it wants to push up. But this is a mid-range zone. The market has already tested this region. So I'm not going to be interested in taking the oil trade. I'm just going to wait and see based on what the weekly time frame is doing. Is too impulsive push up and an impulsive drop. So I'm not going to be interested. And this market is currently testing the mid-range zone. So this market, I'll just stand aside for Brent oil as of the moment because I think the market will go into a consolidation. And the next pair that I'm going to be checking is what AUD New Zealand is doing. AUD New Zealand, on the other hand, when we come to the monthly time frame is really looking bullish. We'll see a push, a drop, a push, a drop. This market is looking bullish on the monthly time frame, really bullish. So we'll come back to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, this is what I could see on the weekly. The weekly is also looking bullish as well. We have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push. This is supposed to be what is supposed to take the market downwards if the market is bearish. But as of the moment, the market is not looking bearish. That's why last week actually closed bullish. Then today, on the daily time frame, however, we're going to be seeing what the market is doing on the daily time frame. So this is what I'm seeing on the daily time frame. The market gave a head, a left shoulder, and a right shoulder, significant consolidation around this area, then a push above. So when we have a break above, the next level target is going to be around this region. So once AUD New Zealand push up and break above this region and retest, then I'm going to be adding more position to the already position that I already got. So that's my thought on AUD New Zealand. AUD New Zealand is still looking bullish as of the moment. And the next pair that I'm going to be checking is what the XY is doing. The XY, on the other hand, is just Euro USD inverted. So we're still looking at the same thing on DXY. DXY is looking very, very bearish. So this is what I'm looking at on the XY. This is a correction, a significant correction. Then we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, and we have a correction. This is a range. This market here, right here, is a range. So in trading a range market, a ranging market, we have to be very careful. So when I come back to my weekly time frame, this is what I'm looking at. What I could see in this ranging market is this. We have a significant correction around this area that dropped the market downwards. This is a triple top with an extra that I like. Then if you come to look at this very well, you're going to see that this is looking like a head, this is looking like a left shoulder, this is looking like a right shoulder. This could actually reverse from here, but before it reverse, it has to give as it has to give me a significant consolidation, a base around this area for continuation to the upside. However, I'm not looking for a reversal yet until I see the next week how this market is going to close. As of the moment, the XY is still looking bearish to me. So these are the two areas that I'm looking at on the XY. I'm looking for the market to test this area or to come back and test this region around this area. So it's either the market push up significantly to test this area, then a continuation to the downside, or the market just reverse from this place. So I'm looking forward to the market to test this neckline. This is actually looking like a neckline. We have a double top push neckline. It's going to be nice to see the market consolidate here and drop back downward. So that's my thought on the XY as of the moment. So this is what I'm looking at on the XY. On the 4 hour time frame, I'm looking at nature of the previous correction. If you're going with the nature of the previous correction, you're going to see this is actually similar like this. So if the market push up, it's still okay for a continuation to the downside. So if I see a consolidation around this area after the push towards this area, then I'm going to be waiting for a chart pattern around this area. Then if the market fall back into this place, then I'm going to be selling the market towards the downside. At least if the market wants to reverse from this area, it's supposed to give a base around this area, maybe a double bottom or something for the market to reverse. Well, now I'm still looking good. Yeah, GD, DXY is still looking bearish to me, so I'm going to place in my entrance around this area. Then stop loss is going to be here. Then TP, first TP is going to be here. Then second TP is going to be around this region. So the market is still looking bearish. The XY is still looking bearish to me as of today, as of this week. But next week, I'm going to be seeing what the market is going to do. What are we looking at next? What pair are we looking at next? JPY basket. JPY basket is also, this is what I'm looking at on JPY basket as well. We'll come to the monthly time frame. What the monthly candles are doing, this is still looking bearish on the monthly time frame. Then the next thing I'm going to be looking at is what the weekly is doing on the JPY basket. Then weekly is still looking bearish to me as of the moment. Maybe we're going to have a retest. And when we come to daily, maybe the market will come back up to retest around this region, then for a continuation to the downside. So JPY basket is still looking bearish to me. So that's why all that JPY pair is going to be looking bullish. Euro JPY is going to be bullish. GDP JPY is going to be bullish as well. So that's my thought on JPY basket. Then US 30. What is US 30 doing? Let's see what US 30 is doing. US 30 is still looking bullish to me. Maybe a little bit of a correction. Let's come to the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is still looking very bullish to me as of the moment. We have a correction. We have a continuation to the upside. The market normally come back to test the structural region. We have a push. We have a correction. We have a push. It came back to test structure. Then we have a push. It came back to test structure. And we have a push. And this market came back to test structure as well. Then we have a continuation to the upside. So US 30, we're going to be looking for price to make new highs, still looking bullish. So I'm already in this position. I'm going to be waiting to place more position on US 30. But I think that this level is going to give a little bit of a correction. If you check this area properly, it's looking very consolidative as well. When we go to the daily time frame, you're going to see it clearly. This area, when we got to this area, it was quite consolidative. A lot of consolidation around this region, consolidation around this area. So that's why I'm thinking that US 30 is still going to consolidate here a little bit for a continuation to the upside, but for sure, US 30 is going to be giving a brand new high. So that's my thought on US 30, but I'm going to be waiting for a correction around this area, just like this correction back to this region for continuation to the upside. So that's my thought on US 30. I'm looking for US 30 to make a brand new high. What's the next pair that is available? We have GDP AUD. GDP AUD, on the other hand, is looking nice. GDP AUD is looking nice as well. So when we come to a monthly time frame, GDP AUD is still looking it wants to form a base around this area maybe, because presently GDP AUD is still looking bearish. You have a push. This drop, I think it needs to correct a little bit from this area, but it has to form a base first. For now, GDP JPY is still looking bearish. Maybe it wants to come out from a base around this area for a continuation to the upside. But before it's going to form that base, I think GDP JPY will still push towards this region before the continuation to the downside. So that's my thought on GDP JPY. Um, um, yes, maybe it's going to push towards this area like this again, then form a proper base just like this, a lot of base properly for continuation to the upside. That's my thought on GDP JPY. So that's the end of the analysis for this week. Those are the pairs that I'm going to be looking at for this week. Then we're going to see how the market is going to play out.